Hi Gemini, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-September 2025 love reading. Thanks to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as opening in front of us, it's what I call the bridging the gap spread. And the way it works is we'll look at the past, present, future energies between you and your main love interest. Then we'll pull oracle cards to help with the bridging the gap dynamic. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so while I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's, if you feel it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Three of Coins. So this is actually Capricorn energy here, and usually this is an energy that points to collaboration, building something long-standing that you're happy with. But if we look at the artwork here, we see this person's alone, right? And they don't necessarily look all that happy about it. So yeah, it could just be saying that in the past you might have felt like you were the only one that was putting effort toward building in this connection. Past energy on their side, we have the Ace of Swords. So yeah, so looking at the artwork here, maybe something about the way they communicated could have come across as a bit harsh or detached. But yeah, I feel like this is saying that potentially, for example, they might have said to you that they might not have been ready to offer anything as far as their relationship goes, but maybe wanted to keep things on more of a friendship level. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Five of Arrows. So Aquarius energy here. So yeah, I would say this is definitely an indicator to, be mindful of how you do take this situation on as far as if they did reject you, for example, right? I feel like this is saying if you were to act in a petty way toward them, then karmically that would backfire on you, which makes sense, right? But I feel like this is just making it a little bit more clear that that could be what's at play here in the present. All right, present energy on their side, we have the King of Coins. So yeah, so this could just be basically pointing to maybe this gives you a little bit more reasoning for why they might have had that more detached outlook in the past, because it could just be saying that really they're just more focused on their career at this time, right? So it could just be one of those things where, super generic example, maybe you took the rejection personally, right, as something against you, but it could just be saying that no, really, they're just. So if they did say that, oh, I don't really have the time and energy to put toward a relationship right now, right? I feel like this is saying that, yeah, that could genuinely have been the case versus them maybe just trying to blow you off, for example. All right, and future energy on your side, we have the Five of Staves. So, I mean, this is at least a more playful energy, especially in this deck compared to the Five of Arrows, but at the same time, I still feel like this is saying, to just be mindful of how you're communicating, or at least how your communication is coming across at this time, because there is the potential for some conflict and misunderstanding there. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Moon. So if we look at the artwork here, this definitely looks like a more romantic type of environment and setting, right? So yeah, could just be saying that really possibly as soon as the next full moon, which in this case would be the Aries full moon during the Libra season, could just be saying that by then they might actually show you that, yes, they might actually have interest toward you. But again, like I said, I feel like this is just one of those things where you might have felt like they were blowing you off, but it looks like they really just had other things they needed to focus on. And once that's in the clear, they will be able to give more to the connection. But the key factor here is going to be whether you handle that the right way or not, right? Because it looks like if you don't, it could backfire. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Six of Staves. So this is Leo energy here. Usually points to an energy of confidence, of being celebrated as well, and being received positively with communication. So I feel like definitely this is saying try to stay on that side, right? Versus, like we said, communicating something petty or something along those lines. But bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Queen of Wands. So speaking of Aries full moon, this is also an Aries energy here. So yeah, I could just be saying that, Maybe they really are wrapped up in a lot, but it could just be saying that they could be growing impatient with that too. So it could just be one of those things where it's saying that, yeah, they might have their focus on their career, but it looks like they would like to have that wrapped up soon. And it could just be saying that, yeah, maybe as early as when we get to that Aries full moon, maybe things will clear up for them a little bit more. And then they will be able to give more energy to their connection at that time. All right, so we'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages of Love Oracle card deck here. I'm just going to give this a few shuffles. All right, and we'll take this card. And next, I'll do the same thing with the Wisdom Oracle deck. So I'm just going to give this a few shuffles now. Okay, and we'll take this card here. Get this out of the way, and we'll take a look at the Messages of Love card first. All right, we have unavailable. It says this person is unable to give you all you deserve. So interesting, right? Because like I said, it definitely seems like that's what you're feeling now. And like I said, it seems like they genuinely are just focused on their careers at this time. So again, I don't feel like they're purposely blowing you off, but like I said, it seems like your reaction to that though could be an impact as far as how this could proceed moving forward. So we'll see, if the Wisdom Oracle gives us a little bit more guidance as to is this just currently they're unable to give you all you deserve, or if yes, that would just continue. This gives me an indicator that eventually they will, but we'll see. All right, we have Thinker. There's the artwork, and the number is 44. All right, the relationship message says love is not logical, but when you choose a partner, it is good to have things in common other than desire. This is a time to weigh the pros and cons of your partnership. If there is enough common ground, go for it. If not, there are other fish in the sea. Don't force it to work. And should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Now is not the time to indulge in a fantasy. No matter what, in this case, the facts are the facts. So, yeah, to me, I would definitely interpret that as another indicator to, like I said, take what they say at face value, right? So, in a way, that could have its good and bad if you interpret that message differently. But what my takeaway from that is to say, definitely take what they're saying at face value, right? So, if they say, hey, I can't really give to a relationship at this time, like this is saying, take that at face value, right? Don't try to react in a petty way around it or feel like, oh, they're just saying it to, blow you off or whatever the case may be. And then if you just take it at face value, let things flow, it looks like this person would actually express more interest in you down the line. But again, like it says as well, right? Feel it out and say, okay, well, if this is someone who's constantly going to be wrapped up in their career, does that work for you, right? It looks like you are fairly established yourself, so maybe you can. But yeah, definitely some things to think about, right? No pun intended there, but hope it resonates with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.